Hi people, so we are back. Let's talk about bottling the league. So what is actually bottling the league? Ah, Yesterday we had the Bundesliga coming to a close and Borussia Dortmund haven't clinched the Bundesliga for since like 2012, so that's like 11 years ago. And their competitors and title defenders FC Bayern Munich, Mia San Mia, had the chance to maybe clinch it on the final day if the league leaders will lose their game at home. So it was quite a bleak chance of trying to do that. But football is football, and if you're heading into the final season, into the final days of the season, and you're still there and you can grab it, you go all out. So yeah, the bottlers tried and did their thing. Dortmund played at home, and Bayern Munich were playing away. So it's a likely chance that the Dortmund and the yellow and black marine have to clinch the title, and all the stars align for them to try and win it at home in front of their fans. But you know what they did? Yeah, they bottled it. When you have it in sight and hold, and then you fumble it at the end of the season, that's now that I think that's bottling. That's the real type of bottling. Yeah, Arsenal bottled the league. I agree. I'm an Arsenal fan, but Arsenal looked shaky when they started playing the likes of Liverpool, West Ham, and then Southampton, who are already relegated, and then they just score goals, and then they play their competitors end up drawing the game. That's funny. That's funny. That was actually seen. It was coming. But the likes of Dortmund have been playing the past few weeks, winning each and every game, and on the final game day of the game, playing in front of their fans, the Dortmund mayor had already planned a party for 200,000 fans. So it was like, you just have to do it. You just have to do it. And they went on and lost it. It's funny. It's funny how actually they didn't lose the game. They drew, but all that they needed to do was win this fixture. So the away side came, scored two goals on a bounce, and then Dortmund had to try and look for these goals deep into the ending minutes of the fixture, and yeah, they drew 2-2, but comfortably Bayern Munich hit two past Cologne, and away they won the fixture. So that's funny, and I just liken it to Man United 2011 against City, where they had to play it to the final day of the season, and Manchester City came back to win. Certain Sergio Aguero did his magical thing, and they clinched the title at the end of the season. But yeah, it's all about bottling. So talking about bottling, this is funny. In the Italian league, Juventus have were deducted 15 points. They were in the second, the lower part of the table, and then a few minutes later, these guys had all those charges rescinded, and they were in the top four. Just as we are ending the season, again there's another 10-point deduction, and now they are struggling to get into the top four because it's now hitting. It's the business end of the season. So it's funny. It's funny. Actually, the Italian league is funny, and they just needed to ban these guys or just hit them with a 25 match deduction points instead of giving them hope, getting into the top four by adding points, and then later on deducting points when the season is actually ending. It's funny. So now they might be playing in the Europa League, and the likes of Milan, both Milan teams and Napoli uh, will be playing in the Champions League. Yeah. So yeah, that is how it ended, and the Mia San Mia Bayern Munich clinched their 11th successive title in the Bundesliga, and there's no competition for Bayern actually because that was scary. And next year they'll be trying to bolster their squad to even win it earlier because they usually win it like 5 games, ending the 5 games before ending the season. They usually have it already clinched. And yeah, I think Thomas Tuchel could be having the most horrendous career in managerial if he will be the first manager to not clinch that title for the Mia San Mia. It will be such a bad way to start your career in the top flight of the Bundesliga. But yeah, surprisingly, after the fixture, the board of Bayern sacked Oliver Kahn, their club chairman, and that was the worst day of his life, as he said, because he wasn't given the chance to celebrate such a funny season for the Bundesliga title contenders and defending champions. And yeah, that is all about bottling. I think Arsenal bottled the English Premier League this season earlier on. Bundesliga, we had Dortmund bottling it at the final day of the season, where their manager decided to rest the likes of Jude Bellingham and rested also this Marco Rose guy. And such a funny way to start to finish your campaign when you have it on hold. You just have to reach out and grab this trophy at home. That's funny. That's funny. But I think we haven't seen anything yet because coming into the final day of the season in the English Premier League, we'll have these relegation battles, and we'll be wondering how this team just lost it on the final day. And the likes of Leicester, Leeds, maybe Everton will be dropping into the relegation, and we'll have the likes of Luton from the Championship who have to secure a good stadium to compete in the English Premier League by the regulations stipulated in the English Premier League code of how a stadium is supposed to look like to compete in this top flight. It's gonna be funny next season. It's gonna be even tougher next season. I don't know how Arsenal is going to perform next season. We just have to wait and see. But up to now, we are happy with the position that we are in. Back in the Champions League after 7 seasons. That's something to be happy about. But it also shows that we are moving on the right direction, and trusting in the process is something that we have to look deep into, because finishing second wasn't in our books this season. But we are not happy by how the season is, and we are not happy by the second position because we had it in sight. And that is something of a mentality change. And we still have to trust the process, but the managerial part of the institution and the these guys, Mikel Arteta and Edu, they have to go all out in the transfer market and get a stronger side to compete with the likes of Manchester City, because I see Manchester City winning the English Premier League next season again. I don't see any competitors there with the likes of Chelsea in a process of their own. Man United will try and be in that title contender bullshit, but we don't know how it's gonna be. Manchester City have stamped their way in this league, having won their third consecutive English Premier League, and it's starting to look like a farmers league where Manchester City are the Dortmund, are the Bayern Munichs and the PSGs of this league. And if it goes on further, It's gonna be. It's not gonna be quite good. It's not gonna be the English Premier League, always some people say is the best league in the world and all that, because the Italian side actually is doing something, and no, everyone is sleeping on them. Napoli have won the league this season. Last season we had AC Milan winning, and the other season we had Inter Milan winning the league. And Inter Milan is actually in the final of the Champions League. So there's something going on there, and it has to happen. So if it has to take for these Manchester City guys to go and are deducted points, they have breached everything. They have like 115 breaches in the English Premier League. They have to be investigated, and we have to have a decorum to have the likes of these guys neutralized, because this is not looking good. Yeah. So I think the court case also has to have a hand in it, and I will shamelessly say they have to. This court case has to be hurried, and we have to know the truth, because this will be going on and on and on. But anyway, yeah, we'll be going on and on into the pre-season and into the holidays. So you guys have a good day, and let's see how the league ends today. Don't be a bottler. Adios.